What a start from Na'Vi. They take map 1 of Icebox against Team Secret in this best of 3. I'm your host, Youngsu, and I'm back here once again with Sideshow and Brent. I mean, the only word I could use for that second half, Brent, is just dominant, pure dominance.
Yes, I mean, pure dominance from Na'Vi, I think, from the beginning of that second half all the way to the end. But the real difference maker being, you know, Team Secret had a lot of little things going for them. They were able to win the pistol rounds, the rounds where they should have won, with like the anti-eco rounds in particular. But where it really fell flat was a lot of the gun v gun rounds, what we were witnessing between these two teams. In fact, I was just looking at the numbers of it as well. When it was those full buy rounds, like 20k plus in terms of the loadout, it was 8-1 for Na'Vi. They won 8 out of 9 of them. Yeah. And so this is just a massive difference for them, and just that extra level that Na'Vi are able to bring by the fact that they are a consistent core roster that's coming to the event. They've got those extra levels to it, and also, of course, the CNET effect of that guy just absolutely tearing them apart at moments.
Yeah, I think Team Secret showcased that they can win some clutches and have some big moments, but they weren't able to actually bring it to Na'Vi when it was the basic default game. Yeah. I think they needed to adjust their game plan as well, which I'll talk about in a bit.
Yeah, everyone was hitting their shots, I feel like, on Na'Vi. They just couldn't lose. But of course, there was one guy who I felt like hit all of his shots. It is CNET. Here he is in the Verizon high-speed moment of the match. I feel like the entire second half and some of the first half, Brent, was just the CNET Verizon high-speed moment over and over again.
Yeah, when this guy gets an operator in his hands, I mean, he's just in prime form. Especially when he's on the jet, a comfort role for him. We still have that question of flexibility, I think, heading deeper into the event as well. Well, you know, the kind of impact he's going to be able to bring when he's going to be playing other roles in particular, but his jet is just
run jet every map.
Yeah, just run jet every map. Genuinely, no, you listen, might be able to get away with it in some cases, and I think it's valid. Listen, CNET's the kind of player where you do want to build around him as a jet player predominantly, which is interesting, right? Because the core that he's joined, which is FBX, now Na'Vi, is normally it feels like Angel's running the show, and you know, we used to force artists like, listen, artist, you're running what I want to run. You're gonna play this, and you're gonna listen to me. And he puts his foot down. But CNET, I feel like, is the caliber of player where you can just be like, you can play jet, CNET, anything for CNET.
I mean, he himself even said that, Sideshow, he is extremely happy that he gets to play jet again.
Yeah, I'm sure he is, and I think that we'll have that discussion as we get later in the series. But I want to bring things back to Team Secret's game plan, because when we got to the half, I said that I didn't want to see them play retake and plant denial as much. I wanted them to fight hard. So I want to take a look at round 16 and look at it from CNET's perspective, because I think the big problem was they gave Na'Vi too much space on the site. And what that does is, I mean, here they get a really good entry just playing the fundamentals, right? So that's how they're mitigating not having the Sova. But then everybody drops back and they're playing these kind of positions way back on site. And what that does is, it allows CNET to get on these really aggressive angles. Look, there is nobody in the site for Team Secret right now. They're all playing these post-plant lineups. And then, when Na'Vi gets CNET onto the aggressive positions, he picks off Jesse Vash Envy as they're getting back into the site. And I think that is the big problem for me, is that without the Sova, there should have been an opportunity for Secret to adjust their game plan, get aggressive, and stop them from coming in through the chokes. And instead, they still played their same game plan, sat back, and just allowed CNET all the space he needed to ruin them.
Yeah, and it links back to what I was saying just before we got into that match about Team Secret having enough curveballs to throw at them as well. Not leaning on the same game plans that got them the win against Liquid, not leaning on the same concrete game plans of the post plans, like you said, because Na'Vi, they're kind of team, they're going to adapt, they're going to throw new stuff at you. CNET's going to run at you with a rifle or an operator, whatever it might be, but they're going to disrupt you like that, and that was the clear difference maker, especially into that second half.
For Team Secret, they do have a map to be able to try and turn this around, but before we get into that one, let's take a look at the AIM Lab shoot-around with Jesse Vash. You know, despite losing, Jesse still had a really, really good match.
Yeah, he's looked weirdly like the best player on the team, and I don't think that was the case when we've seen him at previous events, but the level up here at Lock-In is really impressive, and I think he's definitely taken it in the Battle of the Boomers so far. Angel had a good performance too, but I don't think the Cypher was the reason that they won. I want to see more from Jesse Vash, but I think he's got it. I think, though, the game plan and IGL element, that's where Angel is really pushing the game ahead here compared to Jesse, and that's where Jesse is going to have to adapt. I don't know, is there like a brain lab? Like AIM Lab and Brain Lab or something?
Yeah, just like a little puzzle game on the DS or something. just throw that up to keep your mind sharp. But we are going to be heading into Pearl, and you know, just coming off the back of Jesse Vash and watching that guy, he's going to be tested like he's never been before. I think you're going head to head with a battle of the minds, the IGLs, which Angel clearly got the better of him on that Icebox match because they weren't able to make the necessary adjustments, make the necessary adaptations to how Na'Vi were playing. And now you're going into relatively unknown territory as well, because don't get me wrong, you know, the core of this FPX team, previous events, we've seen them play Pearl before, and so they might pull out something different now that they've got this Navi squad, they've got no Iris and now CNED into the team.
Yeah.
But overall, it's going to be a different test, and also potentially the final obstacle. The last chance for Jesse Vash to really bring his team over the finish line if they want to stay in the series.
Well, we're heading into the Prime Gaming Agent Select now. I know we all want to see CNED on the Jet, right? We don't want to kind of... don't play around.
So. I think CNED on the Jet, or if they want to run some kind of Sage composition, I actually believe in NAVI to have created a crafted strategy around that. Harbor, all right. Pretty cool from Team Secret. I'm hoping they've got something cooked up. I don't know how deep their map pool necessarily goes with these crafted strategies, but I have no issues with the composition itself. I think no duelist comps can really work. However, someone's got to stop CNED from doing CNED things.
Yeah, someone's got to step up to the plate, because it feels like CNED right now is, again, back on that comfort roll. We've been hitting it time and time again. This guy has just been a menace when he had the operator in his hands on Icebox. Guarantee you we're going to see him upping on this map as well on Pearl. That B-long angle is just fantastic for it.
Yeah, it's also Dubstep's debut on Astra as well. What a time to whip that one out. I can't wait to get into this game and hand this back to your casters, Dark and Bala. What do you make of this?
I don't know. The only real takeaway I have, Sue, is that we're asking, how do you stop CNED? Who stops CNED? I don't know that you stop CNED. I feel like you just try to contain him, but CNED doesn't care.
Minimize his impact?
Yeah.
Is that a better way to phrase it? I don't know.
Probably the best way to go about it.
I think the comp is very interesting from Team Secret, but I think as well Navi is leaning into exactly the same thing that we saw in the offseason from them, and that to me is a very scary thought, given how much we just saw their optimizations on Icebox. So Team Secret is going to have to be just as drilled, honestly. And we might have it. This Harbor, in my opinion, has been super successful here so far at Lock-In on Pearl. And things like this is exactly why. The wall into B-Link, but it doesn't matter. CNED's not stoppable.
There you go.
And he's way in front of it, too. This could give you control of both B-Long and B-Link and give you kind of a false sense of security, because you're playing off that turret if you're Sugetsu.
Yeah, but what I do wonder is if the wall is sectioning off the turret. I couldn't tell for a moment.
Oh, yeah,
and
it was. Definitely.
It evaporates.
And Sugetsu can just adjust.
Yeah.
It's not the biggest of deals. But then Harbor adjusts, and then
Sugetsu
goes and goes and goes.
Then, yeah. Well, tit for tat all the way through. Speaking of getting all the way through, you see how far up Dubstep has gotten down B-Long.
So they just got their high tide back up right now. Borkum's positioned to help them out. He's going to wall off the backside, but I'm looking here for Angel's Dart. He just used it, and I think it insta got broken.
Yeah, and then the knife tagged him, so they know he's backside. Or at least they know he's somewhere in the vicinity. The spam starting to come through, and the spike goes down, but so does Envy.
How many kills have we seen through the smoke for
Too many,
Navi?
bro.
Still even here, though. 3v4. Secret have a big opportunity
To win another pistol. They've been so good in these situations, but no, this seems like it's all Navi all the way. First round goes in favor of them.
Regardless of the comp, I think a big concern for me coming into this was how is the mental going to be for Team Secret? Because
Yeah.
it's situations like this when, again, Icebox, they had such a chance. And it slipped away from them. And honestly, towards the end of the game, it looked like there was no more chances. It looked like they were not finding anything. It looked like they were out of ideas. And so coming into this, is that going to carry over and cause them to lose the idea that they could actually beat Navi?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really hard test on mental because not only do you have what just happened in your rearview mirror, but then you had CNED aggressively swinging out of double doors right off the bat.
Yep.
That's just so difficult to weather. And they've got a beat on them. They're not winning any of the magic things. Jesse was so far up ahead of everyone else that I'm not really sure what he was trying to do.
I didn't catch which Astra actually recalled that smoke. If it's Shao, I'm just so impressed. But I think that might have been Dubstep.
Yeah.
I think that might have been him trying to get over into the corner, but it was just mistimed.
Enemy remaining.
I mean, there's no fight here on this anti-eco at all.
No.
Navi happy to continue to take fights. They've got the spike down now. And the pivot from them from both sides. Even farming an orb, I mean.
It doesn't get much easier than that. Prime Gaming Flawless comes through for Navi. We worried about how Secret would look given Icebox, and I know it's only been 2 rounds, but They look uninspired. But again, I have to stress, it is early. There's still time.
I just love that re-clear through Art with everybody there. After they get the first kill on A main, they put down a smoke, and they leave it for a bit. Yes, that gives it timing, but you have to be so ballsy if you're Team Secret to just walk through a smoke like that when a player has just died.
Yep.
So you have extra time there, they group up, and that nets them so many free kills in mid. CNED aggressive. Dodge the knife.
Dude, that is CNED will continue to be a problem.
Just ridiculous. This guy went 4 first kills for 1 first death in the first game. 80% success rate is very high.
And it seems like he's just picking up right where he left off. Note here, Dubstep has gotten a lot of room to work with A. And that's a nice kill.
I think Shao peaks a little ahead of his teammates who are ready to peak with him.
But what is the plan here?
Could have been a bigger engagement, but it's even now, and this high tide's going to give them potentially some space.
Yeah, the problem is they don't have Dubstep for this take. I mean, yeah, he's going to have some of his utility, but even just that, the absence of a gun.
They're so scared right now. Shock coming in, he spots the cove, he's going to shock again. Zipon's going to have a chance to peek here.
He's patient, though. It's actually Borkum who's going to swing out first. Zipan glad to let him walk into his lap, but Jesse with 2 massive kills. And this is where Dubstep's distance becomes a problem. He's too far away from the play, but he may have gotten the position.
He's making noise.
He may have gotten the timing, but his knife was out.
What is that? What? Zipon was completely unaware of his position. He was repositioning to go into B-Link to play the post.
Spike is down.
I mean,
Yep.
was there a lack of time there? Potentially.
Yeah, perhaps he'll felt the urgency and, oh, I'm so far away from the hit. I've got to go. I've got to get there fast. And
Dude, what?
that's
What is this
outrageous.
stat? 12-1 in first kills to first deaths. That is, I just talked about CNED, but no, let's gush about Zipon.
Yeah,
Holy
bro.
crap.
We're talking about the wrong guy. But even in that, you see the strength of a team like NAVI. You can talk about all of them.
Jesse Vash, still having such an impact. The deaths touched on him. He might be their best player, and I think 100%.
Yep.
He is their best player.
Weapon here.
And he's not playing the primary role we normally see him on. He's playing the Fade. And on this map, honestly, Fade has kind of fallen out of favor in a lot of teams. Because the long prowler distance is getting nerfed. Got the Reckoning here for Harbor, for Borkum. This can clear out the site.
This was a nice spot by
Dart and peek here from CNED. He's going to swing. Oh, they break it instantly, and he just has discipline.
He has the op, and he has a Vandal right at his feet, so he's able to drop a pot shot and then perhaps relocate. There he goes. Instantly switches over to having the Vandal. The Reckoning is going to try to clear out the site, create chaos.
CNED dance,
On
didn't
B.
get stunned at all.
No. Borkum swinging, and Borkum winning. Now they got the Nightfall too, but Borkum continues to push the matter. I mean, it may have come a couple of rounds too late, but it seems like Secret, at least for this round, have equalized.
I mean, they just flipped the script. That was a beautiful take. That was a beautiful combination of utility in the back of site. CNED had no room to work. And eventually, that pressure causes him to crumble. He even still had the right play, but when you put so much pressure, even on a diamond like CNED, you can see it can crumble.
A gun out of hands of Dubstep, but a thrifty round win for Secret nonetheless.
Borkum is a key, I think, as well. On Icebox, those first couple of rounds for him were so huge that he had Viper ult twice within the first 5, I believe.
Yeah.
And then after that, it all disappeared. Here he is again with an ult, round 4, mind you, it's not that early, but they have strategies around it.
Yes.
There was a KO nade that went in front of CNED, and then there was the pulses of the Reckoning on both sides.
Couple of pings early on. The Haunt not finding anything. The Knife doesn't either.
Oh, that's such a cool haunt, though. It lands in the other window,
Yeah.
so it clears both a main push and inside of Art. That's really nice.
Interesting here how they'll choose to read this, because a drone and aggression down B long would suggest that it's CNED who's following up shortly thereafter, as he's done time and time again.
Yeah, you're right.
But this time it's just Angel.
And the funny part is they're using utility as if it was CNED.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
They're trying to clear out not only the op, but
And that's what you don't expect, right?
Well,
Navi's trying to conceal where the op is, where CNED is, and then you get popped from the other side of the map. Again, nuance.
yeah. And it gives Angel a chance to fall back, by the way, too, because they're using that utility.
Yep.
And being more cautious, because CNED, if they can just force a dash out, then he's getting away anyways.
Invi with a sidestep. Zip in, jump spotting. And he hears that, but will the timing work in his favor?
30 seconds left.
Not able to land the shots, not able to react quickly enough. And now position betrayed.
Shav's already watching the sewers flank.
Yep.
They've got CNED with the op, nothing to block him off. They've got to save here, 12 seconds.
Yeah. Navi have a chokehold on this round. A chokehold on the map. And it's really concerning that we're seeing some of this really cool stuff out of Navi so early.
Yeah.
And Secret, again, with the exception of that one round, which was nice, they had a plan, but it was based around ultimates, right? Like, and if that's all you can rely on,
Yep.
you're not gonna have enough success.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
just statistically doesn't work.
And hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I've seen so much more cool stuff from Navi in this map.
Yeah, 1000%.
With this comp too.
Yep.
Angel's got his Hunter's Fury right now. They've swapped Sugetsu over towards this B site. And a lot of times the idea here is Angel will fall back and they'll play with a grab well up at the top of B link and the alarm bot to trigger that. And if you end up going in there, you are a dead man.
Interesting wall here from Harbor to deny not only B main aggression, but then also the op.
Oh.
If that's where CNED's playing.
Angel just missed that.
Yep.
CNED gets marked up, so they have to leave the setup. They were posting him up on such a good angle.
The question is, do Secret push into that, knowing that that's where the op is, knowing that's where CNED is? They use a Prowler to push him off the angle, and they succeed. Art control theirs as well. A really nice flash, but a better turn from Angel.
Zip-on challenges, though, and he loses his life right now. They're relying on Shao's smoke to stay up for CNED to work his magic in Art, but it's a little too late.
He's still there. He still hasn't been taken care of in the cove to try to provide some cover. Shao pushes through it, lands the shots onto Borkum. The peak just a little too early. And now Shao finding comfort in the cove.
That cove is giving them space to actually get out of flowers right now. Shao
Yep.
doesn't take the opportunity.
Oh my gosh. He's got the blades too. Time to reload as Sugetsu tries to go aggressive, not able to land the shots. CNED does land it with that knife. A pretty one at that.
Jesse Vash is going for a flank. They might not have time for this. The wall as well. Yes, the suck is going off, but
No body block.
can they get into this?
I don't know if they can. Shao gonna attempt to get it to happen. CNED is gonna be sacrificial. He's gonna go forward. A 1v1 left. Jesse's so weak. Timeout on his side, and Shao pushes it.
Again and again, man. He is too solid. You just never, ever, ever expect the round to be over when Shao's alive. I don't care what the situation is. But props to CNED too. He did all he could. I really like what he did in the final moments here. Yes, he gets killed by dubstep, but the way he smokes out of there and gets a step in front of that wall,
Yeah.
gives him the information. Are they close
Yep.
or are they far? That sort of thing makes all the difference for Shao.
He's currently on a 10-1 start, by the way. We've talked about Zip-In, we've talked about CNED, we've talked about Angel for good reason. I mean, this just feels like such a complete team. For it to be this early in the season, too, that's a scary thought.
There's a moment there too, inside of Art. Hard to recall exactly, but bring your mind back to Zip-on jiggling that push from Art coming out. He saw somebody and he laughed. He laughed. He flashed for Angel. Angel gets one.
Yeah.
Then he swings and dies. But it's that type of thing that I see, and I see how comfortable Navi is.
Yeah.
Just fully confident. Yes, the beginning of Icebox was a little rough, but I think you can, especially a team like Experience with Navi, you just brush off those clutches.
Oh, 1,000%.
They
yeah.
could go your way.
You're slowly hearing Bala fall out of love with Liquid and in love with Navi.
I mean, if you've been listening, you know I've been in love with this team already. I'm trying to fall in love with Team Secret here too. But unfortunately.
What? I mean, come on, man.
Any other team, any other day, and they might have a chance.
You're just running into a full force, all cylinders running, Navi, and that's a terrifying sight. CNED went for it all there, not able to capitalize. But surely, again,
The flash
Angel's
from Zip
able to
on.
clean it up.
He's throwing that for B-Link. He's throwing it while the drone is going. So your focus is completely on trying to dodge the drone or break the drone. And so you're blind. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do?
nothing at all. And I'm sure Secret are asking themselves the same question,
I
man.
mean, this is just ridiculous.
The dart didn't even tag. Like, there was no dart tag. There was no drone tag. That was just, it was free, man. It was free. It was a gift. And the exasperation, you can see it on their faces. Despondent, because you're right. What do you do?
Same setup for Angel, but this time he's actually baiting for CNED, which is just ridiculous.
It's a dangerous game you play.
Jesse Vash the one to take that too, and him and Borkham are the guys I think right now that need this. Turret spots.
Invy's close. Oh, Invy spotted. And it's just spam. There's really not a ton of utility here for Secret to be able to win this.
Look at that smoke
fight.
from Shao. Look at that smoke on top of the box in the
Yep.
middle of there. Just provides such an easy one-way.
And it was there the entire time, too. The setup was already planted.
Well, it was off the turret that it sprung too.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that was coming, and I'm still shook. Borkham is too. Wait, did he get hit from that?
I think he did. Yeah.
Observer's turned off the X-ray, and I didn't even notice because I'm watching CNET, and it looks like he has wall hacks anyways.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
This is deflating.
Yes, it is.
This is starting to be really, really deflating.
Yeah.
After such a solid attempt on Icebox. And I can't even blame Secret either. Like I said, any other day, any other team.
They're just so complete, man.
Left.
They're so complete.
One enemy remaining.
My ultimate is ready.
You watch games like this, and I think people who were doubting Navi at the beginning of this tournament saying, yeah, they're good, but are they still going to be the best? Are remembering what they did last year.
Yep.
And then looking at CNET and his performance right now, and honestly, I bet you a lot of people are saying, okay, how many tournaments can you win this year?
Yeah.
We're getting way ahead of ourselves in this stomp, of course, but there's not much to talk about when they're frying this hard. And you just have to look to the future. Insta KJ ult. Can you even plant? They're going for it with their own KJ ult.
Yeah.
Angel's got his ult out, though. It's going to break attacks, too!
Oh my gosh. He may even get a, yep, he gets another tag.
They did get Jeremy into B-Link. He broke their own lockdown, so this is still a really good round from Secret. They have a chance.
Yeah, the Cosmic Divide's providing some cover too, but now Angel swings through. 4v4 here. They still have the Reckoning too for Borkham.
Yeah, Dart here, though. Could easily give them the space. I'm looking at Dubstep as well, going on this long flank once again.
Ultimate intended to create chaos and to draw a little bit of information on where the remaining members of Navi are.
That wall just lasts forever, though.
The alarm bot? The alarm bot. Oh! Needed to lane that shot. But a 3v3 here.
They still got one more star here to smoke the spike if they need to, but there's still even a grab well for Borkum.
Sugetsu going aggressive. Borkum's able to land the shots. You got Envy playing on the other side of the pillar. It seems like Secret have been able to secure this one.
Huge. But they just used 4 ults. Oh, hey, it doesn't matter. Hey, it doesn't matter.
No, but I want to go back to what you just said because I think it is reminiscent of the conversation we had previously. They're winning rounds when they can invest and chain together a lot of ultimates.
Yeah.
But that seems to be their only window.
Yeah, they used all but Jesse Vashis, who's on a separate cycle from them. And even when their cycles are synced, you see what happens.
Yeah.
It takes them all, and it's still relatively scary.
Yeah.
And sure, it was more clean. Don't get me wrong. 3 players survive. You should be very happy with that round. Let's see what they can do. Still a chance, still time, still room to bring this back in.
Very similar look here. The Prowler's going to clear out Cubby. Angel once again spamming through. Returning to the scene of the crime. That dart is going to hurt. But he tucks tail, he runs away. Lives to fight a little bit longer. Dude, Angel's just...
Cove's going down.
It's just,
Sugetsu has a chance. Yeah, he gets the kill.
it's just so dumb, bro.
This is what happens. It's a repeat.
Yep.
We've seen this before.
And remember, it was on Icebox. These 4v2 situations is where the magic would come to life for Secret, but it just seems like that has not been a factor in this map.
KO need to push him off too. CNET's just trained on the angle. It's starting.
Yeah, this is utter obliteration.
It's starting. Angel Go Kill is starting. There was so much energy in this room for Icebox.
Yes, there was.
So much energy, excitement, that we had a close game on our hands. This is what I was worried about. And again, I don't even think what I said came true about Team Secret not having the wherewithal to recover from that. I think they probably are recovering just fine. It's just a matter of the players they face.
See what they do here. Round 11, a decent spotty buy for Secret. As Cena trying to control the middle of the map. The wall goes down, but they're able to farm the orb anyway.
The B-side has been the successful point for them. He's flashed by Zip-On again, but Sugetsu's not able to follow up. Look at this from Dubstep.
That's a big kill.
The timing just not quite there.
Yeah, Dubstep falls on the other side of the map. Now Zip-On has shown up. Shao here. Angel's here. Excuse me, Shao just rotating over. Jesse Dash trying to play this close angle. He was only able to get one.
Borkum swing! Where's the swing? He can trade that.
And the thing is, now all of the rotations have arrived. There's still the op in the hands of CNED. And Envy has a turret. He has a sheriff. And he's got a 1v1! Magic strikes again! Now note, the Reckoning is back online. The Nightfall is back online as well.
Navi might be due for a reckoning.
You see a little love out from Angel. Real recognize real, man. I'd tip a hat to that too.
Hey, we got the energy back into this building immediately. That's the type of round that'll bring you so much motivation, so much momentum.
And it's a spark. It's a spark.
You gotta have the fuel though.
Yep. And again, that fuel very well may come in the name of a Reckoning and a Nightfall. Again, the challenge.
Yep, he can't get away this time. Look, they know it's
Oh,
Angel.
Yep. Recall.
Yep.
Angel falls.
Last time, remember, there was a cascade. Angel had all the chance in the world to fall back. This time, they recognize it's him and they push the pace. I love that from them.
Envy's ult used. 2 still to go. Sugetsu finding a pocket there, and surely they know.
Surely he doesn't stay. No, he falls back.
The Nightfall confirming that there's no one in that pocket.
Borkum still has his ult.
Yep. They got the Cove to provide some cover as the spike goes down. Oh. One going back. 4v3 here. Now the Reckoning invested. Envy trying to get a little bit more than he bargained for. As it's now a 3v3.
The control here is way too strong. And now they could fall back. Now they could play the post. Dubstep's position way isolated though.
Jesse Vash is so far away. The timing is everything. Borkum falls. Jesse Vash now getting there. The tap, it may be too much. Dubstep in this 1v3, and no, he cannot do it. Even with the ults, 3 that they had at their disposal, they're not able to convert it. And it's a 9-3 half in favor of Na'Vi. We'll take a look at that one more time.
I gotta see that Sugetsu POV at the end there. Because he just barely gets out the grab well. These are long range shots, not easy. Look, he's getting out, and
So
it's a
clean.
flick too. It's just
So
ridiculous.
clean. The aim is steady, the comms are clean, the calls are immaculate, and it's a 9-3 lead for Na'Vi. Curse, blessing, is yet to be decided. Yinsu, take it away.
So curse or blessing, depending on which side you're on, I feel like. But again, Bren and Na'Vi, they look great. So many layers to everything they're doing. You can really understand why they chose this map.
So many nuances in their play as well, and I wanted to highlight one player in particular who's Angel. I've been highly critical of this guy in the past, right? Because sometimes he makes just chaotic decisions. Some of his calls and his decision makings don't really make too much sense. But this is one that, on paper, doesn't make sense at all. It's a solo drone in round 5 where he pushes all the way up here by himself. Now, if you're Secret, you watch this and you're like, oh, a drone, they're pushing somebody else into this position. Angel then solo pushes up by himself, just instinctually fires into this, but this makes Secret react to this and say, okay, well, they must be playing B with lots of people, but no, they've still got 2 players on A side locking it down. CNED's there with the operator to lock it down, and that's a call that's made that's reliant on your opponents being competent, honestly, because you just know the call that call only comes out if they're starting to read that and seeing that solo drone play, meaning there's a big presence towards B main and reacting off of that effectively. But it's layers on layers from Na'Vi where they're just really outplaying them.
Yeah, I think they've got some great defensive protocols in general on this map. It's clear that they've put a lot of time in. But one player I want to highlight who's just been going crazy this whole series is Xiao. He's been a beast. He's 13-3 right now. In the previous map, he went 20-8, and he went 11-1 against Borkum and Dubstep. But that was on Icebox. Now here, he's still going nuts. He was winning 1v1s left, right, and center, 1v2s. He's just been nasty in the clutch, and he's always alive for it.
Yeah, I mean, the guy has just been so consistent so far. Again, that kind of expectation that we have on him, that he's going to be consistent in the clutch. I love it as well. He's playing the Astra, playing it pretty well. Still just being that final layer of just, factor that plays into these rounds multiple times, even if it gets tense for them.
I'm excited to watch the next half, not because I think Team Secret have a great shot of getting back into it. I just want to see more from Na'Vi.
Yeah.
Well, Team Secret, they have to dig a little bit deeper, Josh, because if they don't have anything else, they will be going home. Doug and Bala, we don't want to see that just yet, do we?
I don't know. I mean, Na'Vi are a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, but we could potentially get a 3rd map, man. That's what she's hinting at. No, we don't want to see the team go home. It's been a lot of fun watching this tournament and Team Secret in the Omega bracket here. But yeah, no. I think this is going to be such an uphill battle
Oh, yeah.
that I have never seen. And hey, this might be the biggest curse of all time. I have never seen Na'Vi look this good and throw a lead like this.
Bro, why would you say that?
Just saying. Just
Why
saying.
would you say that? Look at how far up CNED is. Look at how far up CNED is. Hey, he's all the way backside.
How did the turret not spot him?
There's just chaos right now.
Oh, was there a... Oh my goodness. Wait, what?
They know,
Yeah,
bro. That may have been a bit too much. But either way, even with CNED making that aggressive play towards B, you've got Chow, who's already gotten 3 on the round today. Spike's going to go down. And because of the attention that was drawn by CNED, the rotations are going to show up late. Sugetsu, a little bit too much challenge before him. Still a 3v2 in favor of Na'Vi.
And Angel's reflanking this.
Yeah.
Like, they have the bead.
Yep. The timing for Angel.
Look how far back they are as well. Not worried about.
Angel
push.
falls. Zipan's able to get one though. You got to be careful. These two members are weak. They're gonna have to swing them out. Ooh, 4 on the round for Shao. And Navi gets to 10.
That's a 4K for Shao. Like you said, the Des was just talking about how this guy is such a highlight for this team.
Dude, he's 17-3.
Yeah, in 14 rounds. 3 deaths is just ridiculous. I wonder, even in stomps like this, that's still such a ridiculous scoreline.
Oh,
The
it's
deaths in
outrageous.
particular. Because you get that many kills because a lot of times you're in a stomp like this and you're overheating.
Yeah.
You know?
Note here, Secret, feeling the pressure of the situation, they invest. They go for Stingers and Spectres. You see this vintage Navi buy. They maintain the 2 pistols and they invest a little bit more in the rifles.
It's so solid of an idea.
Yeah, it really is.
I think the light armor here, I mean, for the rifles, it's fine. Obviously, you need to spend the money on the rifles, but Angel as well and Sugetsu, both light armor, and they're going up against Stingers here. You pointed it out, Stingers. That could make all the difference. This could very much be a round win for Team Secret. They're able to make the right calls.
They may not know what's on the other side, but you assume here, right? Given the deficit the Secret are facing, that they would roll the die a little bit and see if they can get lucky. That's going to help. Zipan's gone. Initiator tools, at least half of the initiator tools you had, no longer viable.
Wow.
30
And
seconds.
rotating around too. This call from Angel, I think, is giving so much time. Still a lot of room for Team Secret to rotate too. They're going to be here in time, well in time. The Stingers in the backside, they can run out the smoke. They can flood this with flashes.
Very
Jeremy
nice.
doesn't have one though.
Very nice wall out from Borkum to isolate this fight. And Angel not been able to get past it. The plant's got to go down now though. 4 seconds left. They delay it. They just got to stay alive and they've secured the round.
Envy's all the way in sewers. There was no way that was going. That flood through the smoke, that's what I was mentioning. Those Stingers do so much work. When you just run spray out, you can just hold the keys, you're strafe. Glue them down. And that's exactly what they did. I mean, CNED still, what a job to try to keep this back. Good thing there, actually, though, for NAVI. Talk about a classic NAVI buy situation. They saved two guns there.
Yeah. Also worth noting for Secret, important that they were able to preserve 2 of their own. They did save 2 Spectres from that, or Stingers, excuse me, from the previous round.
And picked up the Phantom of their own, too. So this is the 3rd round of the second half, but the buy situation is so chaotic.
It really is.
Normally, Navi would be dead broke here.
CNED's almost dead. Took some spam there, down to 4 HP. You've seen this from Navi, and they're just so versatile on the attacking side. Excuse me. They can slow things down. They can speed them up.
Yep.
You got Angel who can go aggressive. You got CNED who can go aggressive.
Oh, I'm just waiting for the dash smoke plays from CNET on the B site when it comes. So much synergy. There's the kill. Angel with the first one again.
This might be
What's
the
coming
best
in?
we've seen Angel play, man. Dubstep with the shock dart in his lab. Still takes care of CNED, who, mind you, only had 4 HP. Put that into consideration, but Challenge Zipan able to clean up 2.
Might be a flood here. Zipan ahead of this wall by himself.
Sugetsu gets it down to 1. And Sugetsu cleans it up. Navi at 11.
And that should be economy broken for Team Secret too.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
unless we see another magical stinger round, and at this point, Navi's economy is so good to withstand that. We're looking at match point here.
Yeah. At this point, it's not magic that's required. It's a bloody miracle. 11-4. Secret on a really broken buy. What do you do?
Just a couple of pistols. First engagements have been tough for this team throughout the entire series.
Absolutely. Oh. Dubset had gone undetected by the drone, but does clear it out. The flash, CNET swings around, and just really unfortunate. Combined with the fact that CNET's just frying. And you see the outcome of that. You see the score on your screen.
Last player to find 2. It is match point. It is looking like Navi is going to continue to just do what they did in the first half.
Yep.
And bring it all the way home.
Secret calling a timeout here. 1 round away from elimination. And in these moments, again, you test the depth of your playbook. But you imagine that this is really all done and dusted at this point.
Yeah. I don't even know if the playbook comes into factor anymore.
Sure.
I think you're, at this point, throwing it all out the window.
Yeah.
Figure something else out. Game plan, composition, mental. All of it right now has been so tested for Team Secret that, like you said, a miracle to come back from. An absolute miracle. I don't think we're going to get it.
No.
Final moments here of this timeout, and potentially final moments of the map and the match. And Team Secret here at Lock-In.
What do they have to work with? They've got rifles, light armor on 2 members. Jesse Bash 1 point away from having his Nightfall.
The great thing about this map and how much I've enjoyed it is because this is a treat to watch Navi just kind of show so much and at the same time be so electric. And there it is again, Zip-On. This guy's been a monster. I don't think I've seen him die first since that stat that popped up, and I bet you he's gotten like 3 or more extra first kills.
Yeah, if we can get that stat, that would be awesome. Because, I think you're right.
2 for 1 on this map.
They've already pushed off Borkum. They've pushed off Invi as well.
This is for nothing. They've left the spike in spawn.
It's just free. And off of that, because they get picks on B, they're able to open up the map to really do whatever they want. They have a numbers advantage. They have map control.
And Angel's just waiting here for them to re-clear B-Long.
And he's winning individual 1v1s. Bro, this is, again, this is the second time we've seen Navi in this situation.
Yep.
Right? Where they can just go for the jugular. They can play with confidence, with perhaps a little bit of recklessness, but it works.
The updraft flash as well, CNED. It's all considered. And it's all but wrapped up here. Jesse Bash, last player remaining, has been the best for Team Secret.
But the best may not be good enough. CNED falls. What can Jesse do? They're playing this so intelligently too, Navi are. They're not giving him individual fights. They're not trying to end the map now.
It's just ridiculous. They're playing perfect.
They are. And if not perfect, really dang close, man. They got the gravity well. They've got the kill. They've got the series win. Navi look like an unstoppable force right now.
And all led by the evil genius himself, Angel. What a performance. I have to wonder, is this the peak? I have to wonder how much farther can this team push it? Still challenges ahead for them. A whole tournament. But today, they look like that force that you mentioned.
Yep. And a good buyout from Secret, who won over our hearts for a while. They won over the crowd hearts for a while too. You see them getting love, you hear them getting love, but it was just too little. Too little at the end of the day.
It has been such a pleasure watching this team in the 2 matches that we had.
Yeah.
It was such a pleasure watching this match even. That very first game on Icebox, you thought there was a chance. And then Navi just unlocks a I mean, they shifted gears, but they skipped a couple too, went up to 5th. Just ridiculous.
Without missing a beat, man.
And it was a whole package today.
It really was.
CNET looked great. Angel's calls fantastic. The ideas and game plan from Navi, phenomenal. You had the clutching from Shao still, the anchoring from Sugetsu, and the absolute reliable rock of Zipan.
I mean, it's just Shao had 307 ACS, 19 and 3.
Oh my goodness.
And again, I have to remind everyone that this is the second time we've seen Navi look this good. This is the second time we've seen him obliterate a team in this manner. Again, tested early on Icebox, sure. But when you've got Magic versus fundamentals versus a complete package versus really everything that Navi have at their disposal, it's too big of an ask.
And don't get me wrong, too. There's magic on this team. There's situations that I think there's just no way. There is absolute magic on this team. In some instances, it just looks ridiculous what Shao can pull off, what CNET can pull off.
Plenty of reason to smile there.
Yeah, laugh it all the way to the upper bracket, or the
next round.
end of Omega,
Yeah.
essentially. So cool.
Take a look at the MVP. You got Shao, CNED, Sugetsu. Again, it really was a complete effort. You could pick anyone. You honestly could.
You could. I honestly, you should have put everybody on here. This was such a good game from everybody. I would give it to Shao personally.
Yeah.
I mean, just on that clutch and the Cosmic Divide, so good.
Outrageous performance out from Navi. Secret fall. And Navi move on to the next round. We're going to throw it to a break. When we return, the desk takes over. We'll be right back.